Welcome back to Because We Got High with Rhea, Kelly, and Bree. This podcast is presented to you by OCB Rolling Papers. You know that I am not smoking anything but an OCB rolling paper at any time. Like I said, smack that shit right out of your hand if you present something else to me. I love my OCB rolling papers, the bamboo, the organic hemp from Champagne, France. You can't get better than that. They got the cones, easy to stuff, twist, smoke right away, or you get the booklets where you can roll your own joint with the mouthpiece. It's beautiful. Right now, you can go to OCBUSA.com/high, get yourself a deal, get yourself some booklets, a rolling tray, all for way less money. Usually it would cost $20 or more. This time around, that's not happening. It's way less than that. So go to OCBUSA.com/high and smoke what we are smoking, because there's no other way to go about your life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the F episode. We're talking about futuristic stuff.
Into the future.
When we decided that this would be the topic this week, where did your mind originally go? Was it future, like your future, or futuristic techie vibe?
Futuristic techie for sure. Like I immediately, whenever I hear the word future, first thing that comes to mind is that stupid fucking show Futurama. I don't know why. And then I think about like flying cars, the Jetsons, future shit like that.
The word future is triggering to me.
Why?
Oh, yeah?
I just don't like thinking about the future.
Damn.
Really?
I'm with you on that.
I don't know. It gives me so much anxiety and stress to like think about the future.
Interesting.
Yeah,
you do seem a
People
little
are like that. People are like that.
unease about it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
uneased about
I'd also like to
unease.
give a little shout out to Future, the rapper.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Love you.
Yeah. Love Future.
Love you a lot.
He's great.
Shout out
Sorry
Future.
that you never got your bitch back. Whoa.
Yeah, sorry about
Whoa.
sorry about that. But you've been in, mask off. Fuck it, mask off.
Yeah.
That's Future, right?
Yeah, that
He's
is Future.
Incredible.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite song ever.
Yeah, we could just sit here and listen
Yeah.
to Future
Future songs.
Serve and Kill a Camp. Great.
Yeah.
Crushed Up.
What's that?
Promise you
Who
that.
is Future? I might be wrong in this. Is Future Fine China?
That's
Shawty
Chris
like
Brown.
$1,000 plate, Fine China.
Yeah,
it's definitely not Chris Brown.
It's Future and the guy Juice WRLD.
I'm
Is
thinking
Juice
of the
WRLD
song.
on Fine China?
I'm thinking of the song
Yeah.
Fine China by
Shawty
Chris
like
Brown.
$1,000 plate, Fine China.
That's a
tell her
collab
that you're
album
beautiful
of
every day.
Future and Juice WRLD.
Jump in the pussy like a lake. I'm a diver.
Oh, fuck.
I love Fine China.
Go off then.
It's so good. Future and Juice WRLD, correct.
okay. Oh, you nailed
That
it.
album
Shout out to
is
my
fire.
man.
Good for you.
I'm an official Future fan. No one can call me a fan.
Beautiful. Why does thinking about your future scare you so much?
I don't know. I feel like there's so much pressure to know what you need to do with the future. Like in school, the question was always like, well, what are you going to do after you graduate? What are your plans? It's like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Why do we need to know? I don't like needing to know.
That's true.
The future actually doesn't scare me at all. I am a big whatever happens. I
that's
wasn't
how I am
always
too.
like that, but
Yeah.
I don't think too far ahead. I think more like in the next year.
Do you guys get?
Yeah, I just live like right now.
Do you guys
Like
get
what is happening
impatient?
next week?
Yeah.
I get impatient for the future. Do you get like that's
No.
how I feel? Like where I'm not like. I don't want like time to go quickly. I want time to slow down, but I also am like impatient for what's to come. Like I almost think like, oh, something else is coming. Like almost like I want to be prepared, but I don't feel the pressure to be prepared. I just want to know what's up. Like I think I'm just nosy about the future.
No, I'd like to slow it down.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't
Slow
want.
it
I
all
don't
the
even.
way
I'm not
down.
even dying to know.
Yeah.
I have no desire to know. Like,
Do you want to know about the
unknown.
future of like, what about certain things? Like maybe not your own future, but do you want to know the future about like,
Yeah, I like talking about the future that way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys want to know the future to like do illegal shit? Like, would you want to know the future of like, like stocks and stuff so you can like illegally like insider trading, but it's because you know the future, not because like you're, cheating or whatever. The
Oh,
fuck.
like you're just saying in general, if you were That's So Raven.
Yeah, basically,
Like if
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
have visions
Yeah.
about what's to happen in the future.
I have
want
That's
that?
All Raven on here too.
Well, I
by the
think
way.
That's So Raven was really tricky because
Yeah.
she couldn't see the full vision, so it always got her into trouble.
She fucked it up a lot.
She always
Crazy old
read the vision wrong, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's dangerous. But it also made for a good TV show, which also makes for a good life. Goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
Here's the question about That's So Raven. Specifically, this show is always getting it wrong. Do you think it was wrong of Raven? Let's break this down. Do we think it was wrong of Raven to see the future and try to rewrite it before knowing the context of it? Because she would like see the future and be like, oh, I have to stop whatever's happening in my vision, or I have to change this so this doesn't happen, because she doesn't want to see it happening. Do we think that in her quest, like her visions knew that she was going to fuck with it, so it was going to make these visions happen? Like,
It wasn't wrong of Raven, but it's what everyone does.
That's what I was saying.
Like,
You
so
can't
true.
not
you
do
can't.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to control their situations,
Yep.
and if
Too
you
enticing.
Yes.
think something's gonna happen, you go out of your way to make it not happen. But whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen.
Regardless,
I
yeah.
stand by that. Like, there.
So you're a fate girl.
I'm a fate
You're a fate
person.
person.
I really
Not free
am.
will. Me
I like
Because
I like fates
there's a
as well.
lot of things in life. If you reflect on your life, which I don't know if you guys do often.
Sometimes,
you
yeah.
lay in bed, you think back, oh, what's happening?
dabble.
You dabble.
Yeah.
And then you start to piece things together, and you're like, oh, that's weird that this is happening.
Everything
Happens for a reason. I hate
Stupid quote.
that stupid
I
expression.
hate it too.
But
Every bad
but it
thing
makes
has,
sense.
in my life, I'm like, oh, that had a purpose.
Right.
Or like an outcome. Maybe not a purpose, but it was useful.
You
it
grow
led
from it.
you.
Yeah.
It's weird that every decision you make day to day leads you to a specific moment.
Yeah, like I look back at some of what I would think are my biggest mistakes or regrets, and one would be following a boy to school in Ohio. But I don't think I would be working here if I didn't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made a TikTok. It wouldn't have been the same content. Like I just think I would still be in school.
That's a
Right.
great point. I think back on my ex-boyfriend from high school all the time. That was like obviously made me really upset a lot of the times.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, well, then I wouldn't be here.
Now you're a smarter bitch because of it.
me and Glenny Balls were great friends in high school because I was dating one of his friends.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know Glenny Balls, I wouldn't be here.
No, you wouldn't.
So overall, even though there was a lot of fucked up things that happened, okay, now I'm here.
Yeah.
Kind of needed to happen.
Kind of needed to happen.
Kinda needs to
Needed to
happen.
happen.
I feel that same way. I feel specifically about Barstool. I feel the same way. Like I wanted to be full time here for like, I was figuring out like 6 years. I've been trying to like kind of work here full time, but then there were always things in the way or like a different job opportunity that I wanted and that like made more sense. And it was never, the timing was never right. But if I hadn't done all that shit and kind of like felt like a couple years ago, I was like, I'm never going to be able to work there. Like it's never going to happen. Like I got to give it up. I got to, just relax, whatever. And I, in the back of my head was like, actually, I think maybe this will happen. Like, let's just ride it out and see what happens. But I don't think if I had gone through all that, especially mentally, like I felt like you change. I grew up a little bit different. I don't know if 4 years ago, that version of me would be worth being here. You know what I mean? Like that version of me is probably kind of shitty. The one now is like a little more learned, a little more like, mature, I guess.
But still shitty.
But still shitty, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no, certainly still
Yeah,
shitty.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
a different kind of shitty, a manageable
Right.
shitty.
Yes. Are you guys believers in if you want something to happen, that it will happen?
Sometimes. I think a version of things will happen. Like if I want something to happen, I'm always like shooting for the stars. I'm like, I want all this to happen. Like I'm a famous fucking superstar, whatever. Maybe I won't be a famous superstar, but I'll dabble. I'll fly
you'll be
close to the sun.
A tar?
Yeah.
Not a
tar.
full star?
Not a full star, but a tar.
But a tar?
Could be,
Yeah.
A tar.
Not a superstar, but
Yeah,
quarter of
3/4.
one?
Yeah, 3/4.
super
3/4.
A super
75% star. I could be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's always what is it? Shoot for the moon. You'll land. At least you'll land amongst the stars.
Exactly. Go
yeah,
big
true.
or go home.
Yeah, I
You
feel like
go
I have
big.
like spoken everything into existence.
Totally.
I didn't really believe in it, but then I'm like, I kind of manifested everything all the time.
100% I agree with you. I will say something, be like, what if this happens? And then 3 days later it'll happen
happens.
and I'll be like, how the fuck did that happen? I
real.
just spoke about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you
I just
can't-
talked about it.
It's very hard to do because we all do it. I get very negative a lot. You get negative a lot. You get negative a lot. It's something that happens. Everybody gets negative. Everybody gets down. But if you speak that negative thing that you don't want to happen all the time, it's going to happen. Right?
Yeah.
It's like when people talk about in relationships when you're worried about if your significant other is going to cheat. If you bring up constantly, you're going to cheat on me. You're going to cheat on me. Oh my God, I'm so nervous you're going to cheat on me. They're probably going to fucking cheat on you because
Right, something's
now
gonna
it's just
happen.
being spoken out into
It's in their
existence
head.
constantly.
100%.
Whereas if you're just like, oh no, I think this is going to happen. Oh, they love me. Then they love you.
I feel like I've done that before, manifested in bad ways, where
Yes.
I was in a bad place and I was like, I bet this will happen. Like it's like a mad thing. Like, of course, like this is going to happen, or like he's going to go out with her. Or they're going to do this together. I was 100% right 100% of the time.
Exactly.
And I honestly blame myself a lot. I always am like, you know what though? I kind of made that happen. I spoke it into existence.
But let's not confuse intuition with.
I was just going to say.
True,
'Cause-
true.
'cause
That is true. That is true.
That's
Is it
kind of
just
just
No, but
like
something-
you had a
intuition?
feeling that was
Yeah.
going to happen. It's probably because it's happening.
Yeah.
that
not
could be it.
not a what if.
No, right. But I guess the timeline is sketchy. Like, did I manifest it, or what? Or did it already happen and I had sensed that it
Yes.
had already happened? So you're right.
It's
Could be,
confusing.
could be.
So we thought of a prompt before. right? And it's I want to ask the three
Yeah,
of
we wanna
us
bring-
first.
we wanna bring
bring
in
in
some
some
more
people,
people.
but we'll talk about it the three of us first.
Yeah, let's do that first.
25 years from now, how old are we gonna be?
See,
I
we
got
should
it.
have done it. We
I'm
should
gonna
have
be
just done
50.
20.
I'm gonna be 55.
I'm gonna do
Gross.
24 plus
Holy
25.
shit.
I'm gonna be
Gross.
49.
Okay, all right.
So I'll
thank
be 2 years young. I'll be,
And you'll be
47.
47. I'll be 55.
Oh,
Ew, you guys.
gross.
Ew.
Ah, shit.
Sorry to all the 55. Do you think any 55-year-olds listen to this
For
pod?
sure.
I hope so. Maybe a 55-year-old in the mix would be cool.
What does a day in your life look like? Bree, you go first.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't see myself being that age. I physically can't picture myself being a 55-year-old or fucking 47, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I can't even picture. Imagine looking in the mirror. Imagine if we, for 1 second right now, we could get a glimpse of what we look like when we're 47.
I would hate it.
Oh my God, I don't know.
I feel like I just see my mom.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably
Me
same.
too.
Probably same. Yeah, my mom's beautiful. Like I don't think it'd be so bad, but I do worry that like, what if I don't look like my mom? I look like something else. I'm like, oh fuck.
I would rather look like my mom
Yeah.
than
Totally.
anything else.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about what I'm going to look like. I'm more worried that I'll be sick of doing life. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like over it. I feel
Burnt
like
out.
I'm worried I'll have cancer.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
yeah.
Okay,
Damn.
let's take us through the day. Take us through the day.
Okay.
I guess I'm just going to wake up and hang out with my kids.
Boring. You got to take us step by step.
I don't
Are you gonna-
know.
are you
I
gonna
can't
have
pi-
kids with it? I
This
guess
is
you
my
have to have
problem
kids
with the
in
future.
25
Like I
years.
literally
You're getting
can't-
very nervous
I
talking
can't
about it.
picture
Yeah, I can
myself
see.
All right, you
being
go.
a 50-year-old.
This all depends on like how my life goes. I feel like my life can either go amazing, everything's gonna take right off. I'm gonna like finally be comfortable with like the amount of money that I have. I'm not have to check my bank account every day. Like that'll be cool, just to be secure in that way. I don't know if I'll be married. I probably will have like a very serious significant other. Like maybe like you know how some people like they'll date for like 15
Yes,
years,
yes.
some shit like that. I think I'm gonna have something
That's
like
my
that.
answer on that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna have some shit like that, and I think that I would like to, maybe it'll be just like me locked away in my like ivory tower, beautiful. Like I'm going to live at 432 Park because we all know I really want to
Yes.
live there. I'm going to turn that whole place into like my life, and I'm just going to film my life all the time and be as open as I want because maybe like my family will be too old to judge me by then. I'm going to spill all my fucking secrets, and I'm going to be really famous and rich, and you guys are invited over whenever you want.
That sounds lovely.
I love
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wake up at around 8 a.m.
Okay.
My house will be. It's gonna be in a nice area. Either it's on the beach somewhere or just beautiful property, lots of greenery with a built-in pool.
Gorgeous.
Maybe in the Hamptons. Wake up at around 8 a.m. My chef. I'm not gonna cook. My chef is gonna
never.
make me and my husband, hopefully at the time, a nice beautiful breakfast with fruits and eggs and pancakes and French toast, specifically French
Fuck
toast.
yeah, French toast. And
And
I love that shit.
I can't decide if we have kids or if we just are madly in love with each other and we don't want any kids in the business. Oh, actually, we have another couple who we're best friends with.
Love that.
They live with us in the house. And so
Oh.
they
So it's
sit
like
at
a
breakfast
duplex
with us.
house.
Yes.
They
and
live
then
with you.
They live with us. And then we get served mimosas and we head out by the pool. We lay in the pool all day. We play a little Billy Joel. We hang out. Then we'll get served lunch. And then for dinner, we're going to go dress up. We're going to go to a beautiful dinner on the town.
Wonderful.
We're going to go see some live music after. We're going to come home and we're going to bang because we're still banging. We're not
course you're
letting
still
that
banging.
up.
You
We're
having
still
orgies? You
banging.
having orgies?
No orgy. No orgy.
Even though you all live together?
We all live together. No orgy.
No
though.
swinging?
No swinging. We don't
All
want
right,
to do
all right,
that.
all right. No swinging.
And we bang it out, and then we put on a great movie that something funny like classic, something
Yeah,
classic,
like a Tommy
Couples
Boy or
Retreat.
something. Couples Retreat.
Couples
Yeah, yeah.
Retreat, and then we smoke a fat blunt and we go to bed.
That sounds
Beautiful.
wonderful.
And that's
Is this
fun.
like a Saturday, or are you're not working anymore?
No, this is just my
This
day.
is just your- that's just your day? I love
do.
that.
I record one podcast in the afternoon.
Okay, perfect, yeah.
Called Chicks in the Office, where we're still
Perfect.
talking about celebrity gossip.
Still talking about shit.
Oh, actually, and Noah and Fran live in the house.
okay,
as
perfect.
well.
They live in the like
In
the,
in
guest house.
Well, no,
The pool
actually,
house?
Fran's just the other couple. That
Oh, yeah,
lives
Fran
in the
is the
house.
other couple, yeah.
Noah lives in the pool house. It's also a mansion.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
the,
he just
the
has
guest house.
mad biddies.
Yeah, he's got
Not
all kinds
one.
of
He's got
hoes.
all kinds of hoes.
all kinds of hoes
And
coming
he
through.
wears.
He is capital P
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah,
Noah.
and he walks around with a big chain that says P on it
Yep,
and a
yep.
fucking robe
Yep.
and two bitches under his arm, and
Yep.
he just clicks record.
And the robe on the back says CITO.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's purple
With a king
fur.
with like a crown.
Oh,
though.
and it's
Versace,
Versace.
robe, yeah.
It's Versace. And Donatella comes over and she's
Yeah, yeah.
measuring it
Her
out
ghost,
for him
she'll
to
definitely
make
dead
sure
by
it
then.
still fits.
She's gonna be
yeah,
not here
that's
anymore.
beautiful.
So- how
I
old
think
is
I nailed
Donatella?
that.
I think she looks a lot older than she is.
I
Yeah, that
think
was
I think
beautiful.
you did.
Dev, can we get some people in here to hear about their futures? If
Yeah.
they don't describe it like that,
They got to.
come on.
She
That was
is 66. Oh no, so she'll be like 80. She'll be like
yeah,
90.
she looks way older.
she's
than
coming
does.
over and
She'll be 90. She can still come over. She'll still be alive.
she's gonna come over and she's gonna measure, make sure things are looking right for Noah, and
It's gonna be great.
I'm not
Noah's
like
her biggest
super
client.
famous,
Yeah,
but
Noah's
I'm
her biggest
kind of
client.
like Joan Rivers.
I was,
Okay.
Rhea, when you were describing that situation, being like, and then we're gonna do one podcast, Chicks in the Office. I was like, you guys are gonna be like Joan Rivers. You're gonna be, you won't be as old as Joan.
What is it? Kathy Lee and
Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Yeah,
That'll
Kathy
be,
Lee and Hoda.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
how about
I'll be
this?
Kathy Lee and
You
Hoda.
guys be Kathy Lee and Hoda because I'm older. I'll be Joan Rivers, and you can have me on, and I don't care about
and you
my
got like that little nasty edge, like
and I
Joan
don't care about my
Rivers.
reputation anymore, and I'm too busy.
Right.
So I'm talking all kinds of shit,
Yes.
So that'll be good. Oh,
Tommy Smokes.
Tommy's back.
We got a
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks
Yeah.
in a
2
row.
weeks in a row.
And
go.
we
Couldn't
got
get enough of you.
a prompt for you. Let's start it off.
There's no time limit on this one, but we do want to keep it short.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me hit that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Come through. Thank you. Tommy.
Is this the devil's lettuce?
Yes,
Yes,
it certainly
it
is. Yeah.
Nice.
Puff those
Beautiful.
clouds, baby. Puff those
All right.
clouds.
Let
All right.
those lips slap.
All right,
Now,
let's go.
take out your timer.
Gross. Oh, we are
Actually,
timing.
let's not time it.
No
Let's give it all the
timing.
time in the world.
No timing, but
Keep it concise.
Be reasonable. Be
but
reasonable.
also detailed. Concise but
yes.
detailed.
You're gonna
All
be
right.
good at this.
That's hard, but okay.
No, you're gonna be good at it.
Take us through a day in your life 25 years from now.
25 years from
25 years from now,
a
you're
day
in your,
in your life.
What is
late
the F
40s.
today? 50?
Future.
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 Okay,
Both would work there.
Yeah.
All right. 50. Okay.
All right. Let's hear it.
I wake up at 9 a.m.
I like where he's headed.
yeah.
Perfect.
He's starting
you
like
gotta
you.
start with the time you wake up.
in my
Yeah.
Malibu mansion.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Next to my wife, who was formerly Margot Robbie,
Okay.
but she got too old, so I divorced her.
Okay.
I
Okay.
married a new 25-year-old blonde smoke actress.
Okay.
I had a lot of women to choose from,
Yeah.
but
Yes,
she
of
stole
course.
my heart at the end. Although in 10 to 15 years, I'll move on to another.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
of
You're like Hugh
course.
Hefner.
Um,
Yeah.
Fair
Leonardo
enough.
DiCaprio.
I roll out of bed. I
Yeah.
have my personal chef make me some.
Am I Tommy's wife?
Honestly,
You'd be far too old by then.
So true.
That's true. That's true. You'd be way
Far
too
too
old.
saggy.
Some scrambled eggs, some homemade corned beef hash would be
Oh,
lovely.
corned beef hash. Okay.
Corned beef hash would be
Okay.
lovely. A black coffee in a nice mug.
All
I know
right.
it's LA and you're thinking hot coffee, but in a mug in my own home, I'm okay with hot
All
coffee.
right.
And Malibu has a nice breeze in the morning.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been.
I walk
Yeah.
out onto my balcony and I look at my view.
Yeah.
And then I head inside. I probably take a post breakfast dump. Coffee
Okay.
will probably-
All right.
My
Okay.
gastro issues probably won't be. Hopefully, I haven't succumbed to them by then, but I should.
They won't be any better
have
in
it by
25
then.
years. If anything, they'll be
and then
worse.
I get started on the next movie that I'm writing and starring in at the same exact time.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So at that point, I
Directing
will have,
as well.
what?
Directing as well.
No, it's too much.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
Just writing.
Let's
and
keep it
starring.
realistic.
Yeah.
right?
Okay. All right.
I'll just be writing and starring. I will have many shows, movies under my belt by that point. This one, do I have a?
Are you
a
still
kid?
going by Tommy Smokes, or do you change your name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going by Tommy Smokes.
All right,
Maybe
all right.
Tom Scabelli, my government name,
Okay.
gets
Yeah.
a little bit more, but
Yeah.
there's enough.
Tommy
Tom's-
Man.
I think that Tom's by the time you're that
Oh.
old, you may be a little more respected,
No,
a little
no,
more
no.
established. Tom Scabelli.
Big Tom.
Kind of.
I feel like when you're that age,
No,
Big Tom.
yeah, by that age, I'm probably
Big
going.
Tom.
by
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Tom.
All right,
So I
Big
go to
Tom.
my studio, my assistant's there, and my assistant's a man. I'm progressive.
Okay.
A gay man?
A gay man. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
you're gonna-
Okay.
It's not that
so
progressive.
Lloyd. So,
So
it's
Lloyd.
Lloyd from Entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's him from Entourage,
All right,
and
all right.
he waits on me hand and foot and whatnot. All my employees, they greet, hello, Mr. Smokes, hello. It's so great to see you. Thank you. But I'm not. They fear me, but they love me. They respect me. I head out early. It's not a very busy day for me. Maybe I do one quick movie. I don't know how shooting a movie works. But then I get
Right.
back home. So I'm probably not going to the gym at that point. My wife makes me dinner, or does my personal chef make me dinner?
Your personal chef made you
My
breakfast.
wife wanted to cook tonight. She wanted.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Your
What'd she
wife
make?
wanted to.
She's getting afraid. She says, "I'm getting up there in age. I better
Yeah,
start
yeah.
proving
True,
out
true,
their
true.
value."
Yeah.
What does
Right.
what does she make for you?
What does she make for me?
In 25 years, what are you still gonna love?
You know what? Scratch that. Maybe I grill for the evening.
Ooh.
I grill and I grill
Yes.
some steaks.
And you grill for her.
Yeah, I grill for her
That's
too.
so
Yes.
sweet.
She's a vegetarian. I don't like that she's a vegetarian, but she is a vegetarian.
But you
And it's
tolerate it.
Malibu and it fits, and she's a young 25-year-old hopalon. She's a
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Right, so
She almost has
she
to
fends
be.
for herself every night.
Yeah, okay.
And like if I'm grilling, tough luck, toots.
do you
Yeah, yeah.
do you let the chef cook for her though? If the chef's not cooking for you?
Of course.
Yeah, can
I'm
so
a
he
great
can
husband.
he can
Yes.
prepare her vegan vegetarian meal while you grill for
Yeah,
yourself.
and then I settle in at night. Well, the Yankee game would be on around 4 then, so I'd probably watch the Yankee game. Then
Yeah.
settle into a movie. Maybe I have sex with my wife. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
Maybe she's got a
Beautiful.
headache. Maybe I have a headache. Maybe
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
a stomach.
Maybe you have a
ache.
stomach ache.
Sure,
It
yeah,
can't get
stomach
hard.
ache. Yeah.
Um,
Stomach aches are floating around.
and then I go to bed.
All right.
Beautiful.
Tommy,
you
I have
fucking
to say,
nailed that.
You nailed
did.
that absolutely. You also with a couple of details switched in and out. Identical day in the life. 25 years now as Rhea. Identical.
What was yours?
There was a couple.
Basically that.
Very few differences.
The only
So,
difference
just
was
saying.
that you were going to a movie set and I was doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
even right down to the sex, the maybe sex, and a movie. Like it was. the
we
same.
never
had
know what my stomach
no
is.
and
Same
and the
shit.
and the wake up on the beach and look
With the-
out
Yep,
with the
yep.
personal
She's on the
with
East
the
Coast
perfect-
though. She wants to be
No, I didn't.
potentially
I
in the
didn't.
Hamptons.
Potentially in the Hamptons, but Malibu was in the back of my mind as well.
I also have been mayor of New York City by that point.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Quick
In and
story.
out. Yeah.
Lot
Quick.
Just for a
under
quick
back.
So you're like
feel
the new Bloomberg, like got all the all the love
I
that
hopped
Bloomberg
in
got,
maybe
but
in
no
my
hate.
early 30s, and I bounced.
You know how
Okay.
we talked
That's
about like
cool.
accidentally talking things into existence?
I feel like
Yeah.
this
I
is
think me and
happening.
Tommy just accidentally talked our marriage into
Yeah, I
existence
think you did
right
too.
I
now.
love that.
Or maybe,
Thank you.
or maybe Tommy marries Fran, and he's the guy, and you're living in
Yes.
the.
Well, we just our days were like identical.
It was
Right.
crazy.
I mean, again, you're going to be a little too old.
yeah.
Fine, but
except you wake up at like 8,
I have a
right?
question.
He wakes
Would
up at
you
9.
share a mansion with me if we weren't dating, but we both had our significant others and they were
Yeah.
friends and we just fucking lived in them and we had no kids and we just lived in the mansion?
Well,
Except
I
no
probably
swinging,
won't.
though.
I'm
No
the only
swinging.
Scabelli male. I have to carry on my bloodline
Okay, fair
with
enough.
a son. But yeah, otherwise, yes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. That
Beautiful.
Makes sense.
Thank
Fair
you.
enough.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
that,
you for your
Tommy.
time.
That was a perfect description. Okay. All right.
All right, let's get
Thank
the
you.
next
All
one.
right. Thank you.
No, it's cool. No, you look cool.
Yeah, that was
All
smooth.
right. Yep. Catch you later.
Get out of here, Big Tom.
Great answer, Rhea. That you're marrying.
I
Tommy
know.
Smokes.
I think I might be marrying
I hate to
Tommy
break it to
Smokes.
you, but you're marrying Tommy Smokes.
I
Like,
know.
that's just what's happening. Hello, Vibs. How are you?
Doing well. How
This
are
is
you guys
Jeff
doing?
Vibbert. He's on the pod.
Welcome.
Oh,
Jeff
welcome,
Bibbert.
Vibs.
Welcome,
Yep.
Vibs.
Yep.
Big
Welcome.
Vibs. All right, wait. Big Vibs.
You love
this
that.
Is, this is the future episode, right?
This is
Yeah.
the future
It's
the
episode.
future.
Yes.
Wait.
All right.
Yeah, you're cheating a little bit because you know what's up. Oh yeah, wait. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fat hit.
Okay. All right. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was tight.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, a little longer. Hold it in. Okay, here you go.
Nice.
Theoretical blunt. Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Remix.
Okay. All right. Down.
good
down,
stuff.
Down.
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Kelly, why don't you ask
I'll hold
Vibs
it.
this? All right, I'll put this right here.
All right. Here's the yeah. Put it in the ashtray.
Dang it.
Here's the situation for today. We're asking people questions. Tommy just did this almost flawlessly, so you gotta really
Lots
step
to
it up.
live up to.
Uh oh.
In
Detail.
25 years, give us the rundown of a day in your life 25 years from now, with as much detail as possible,
While also being concise.
while also being concise. Yes, and while also being respectful of our time.
Okay.
Go.
25 years from now, I'd say it won't be much different from now. I'm 30 years old right now. I'll be 55, right? That math checks out. So I'll wake up. I'll have a cup of coffee, black coffee. I'll pet my dogs on the head.
What time is this?
This is 5 a.m. to let my dogs out to the bathroom.
Okay.
And then we'll just sit around, watch the sunrise. I've made a small fortune off of investments that I've done. Don't worry about it. So I'm retired already.
Okay.
And then I just sit there and I watch World War II documentaries, Vietnam documentaries, just all sorts of documentaries all day long. And then I go to bed at about 9 p.m. I go to bed, I sleep soundly, and then I wake up and I do it again. I'm going to be retired
Okay.
by the time I'm 55.
And-
basically.
That was
Okay.
gonna be my next question. Was are you going to be retired by that point? But so
Yeah.
have you begun
So it's a
these
small
small
fortune.
investments?
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
You have 25 years.
I'm gonna
Okay,
figure it
okay.
out. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get really smart and get in like real estate soon.
Okay, soon.
Everyone
Okay, yeah.
says
I'm
that.
thinking
Yeah,
about
25 years feels like a time where maybe start now.
I've been
for
scanning
that, yeah.
Zillow.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, no.
That
Zillow's
was
a-
the most
been
realistic answer we could have gotten from somebody.
Yeah.
Do you have a wife?
Uh,
Devin.
My wife is dead. She passed away.
Oh,
God.
Really,
Fuck.
it
Rest
was
in
tragic.
peace.
Wow.
Oh, so you want to be alone?
It was a tragic death. What
You're
kind
a
of death?
widow.
He's a
Uh,
widow.
He's a widow.
He's a widow.
We were on vacation and she
Oh.
she fell. She fell
Oh my
Off
god.
the
off the
balcony or the
balcony.
boat?
Yep, balcony.
Oh my God.
Where were you guys on
You
vacation?
witnessed it?
Yeah. I was
And
there actually.
so you just watch war documentaries
well,
to
I was
forget about
suspect.
that.
I was
Yeah.
suspect number one, but I got a good lawyer, and
Okay.
Okay,
I
good.
didn't get accused
Yeah.
of it. So I
All
did
right.
get accused of it because I went to court for it.
Right.
So now it
That
is
makes
hard
sense.
to show my face.
Yeah.
So because like
You're the wife
90%
killer.
of females hate me and they want me dead. So I just stay in my house with my dogs and I watch documentaries all day.
So that's kind of why you're a recluse. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand that. Where were you on vacation when she fell over the balcony to her death?
We were in Hawaii.
Oh, hey, Hawaii.
Kind of like a beautiful
Wow.
fall.
Drugs?
Yeah, that is.
Drugs
yeah,
at that
were
age?
drugs involved?
Drugs were in her system for sure.
Okay.
And drugs in your system when you were older than 55?
They didn't test me because
No. I'm saying when you're going about your day. Drugs?
Oh, I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing drugs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My drug, like when I was younger, I'd say I didn't really do. I'm gonna get my drug use going as I get older. You know what I mean?
Makes
You're
more
I
gonna
think
sense.
ramp it
when
up.
people are young,
Hard
they do a
agree.
lot of drugs and then they go down as they get older. I'm gonna do the other way around.
Okay.
Like, I'm
yeah,
gonna-
that sounds about right.
more
and I'm
smart.
harder.
Less
To,
to
like I want to
lose.
do. I do want to do heroin like when I'm 90.
I said the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing
yeah.
on her
We said
podcast
that,
the other day. I
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
when I'm 80 years old, I want to have a heroin orgy.
yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I want all of us
I need
Heroin.
to feel it.
to just
Viagra.
Yeah.
You got to
do
probably have
a bunch
time.
of fucking drugs and all fuck each other.
Well, I
why
don't
not?
think I don't want to fuck a bunch of 90-year-old people whenever I'm
Yeah, that makes sense.
90.
We
But I
said
guess
no,
that's,
we
that's-
said it might be more fun. Everybody's sagging
Well,
all over the
it might be
place.
fun on H. You never know.
Yeah.
that is- yeah,
That's
true.
what I'm saying,
That's what they do
Right.
at old folks' homes though. Is just fuck. They
That
fuck
is
all the
true.
time.
They do fuck
love it.
all the
Oh, we
time.
talked about this too.
Yeah.
A lot of STDs in the old folks' home. We found
Yeah.
out the other
Yeah,
day.
it's like an epidemic.
Right.
Apparently. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Vibs,
yeah.
thank you so
Sick.
much for telling us
Yeah,
about
thank
your
you for that.
future.
That was
Thank you
a
very
that was
much.
a very
Yeah.
hardened
Deep.
truth.
Sorry about
version.
your wife.
Yeah, sorry about your wife. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace to
Vib's
her.
wife.
Thank you.
that.
That's you, Kel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn. Rest in
sorry,
peace.
Kelly.
Rest in peace to me, I guess.
Sorry, you're not making it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not making it. That's all right. If I wanted to go out, it'd be that way anyway.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Except for Hawaii, I wouldn't have picked.
Right,
I would have
right, right.
would have picked somewhere a little more exotic. But I do want on the record. We just got a text message come in real time from Tommy Smokes. He says, "Please add on the record that I would shower at some point too."
okay.
Very
So
fair.
Tommy's showering.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I feel like he would shower twice.
Yeah, he would shower
Yeah.
probably a couple of times.
All you guys are going to have personal chefs. I think I'm going to go with Daily Harvest. When the sun sets later and the day gets longer, it's hot out, it's summer. You don't really want to go into a hot kitchen to a mess and make some crazy food, and you don't have to. Because you can use Daily Harvest. They have super healthy food. They also have food. I used to get scared of healthy foods where I didn't think it would taste good, but Daily Harvest is so good. Even though it is healthy, it's good for you and tastes good. Super easy to make. I like their little smoothies. You just put it right in the fucking blender. Boom, you're done. It's like a whole meal.
Love the smoothies.
It's delivered straight to your door. It's good food. There's no added sugar, none of all that nonsense. And it just makes life a lot easier. I'm not a good cook. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say I'm not a good cook on record.
Yeah.
So Daily Harvest makes it easy and it makes my meals a lot better. So you can get more time back to do you and take care of yourself this summer. Go to dailyharvest.com, enter code HIGH to get $25 off your first box. That's code HIGH for $25 off your first box at dailyharvest.com.
What else are you guys feeling about the future? I feel like we talked about it in
Let's
length,
see what I
we
got.
feel, but
I got a couple things. Oh my God. How have we not talked about this yet? Like psychics and such. What do we think about the people who like tell the future, quote
I
unquote?
got a couple stories real
What do you
quick.
think? Tell us.
So I've been to a few psychic mediums, so not like fully psychic, but they're mediums, and that's like, I don't know the exact definition of a medium, but they can talk to the people that have passed in your life, basically.
Yeah.
So I've sat down with quite a few, and let me tell you, they knew stuff that was going to happen before it happened in my life, and not like very specifically, but
Broad.
broad,
Interesting.
but on point at the same
not
time.
too like generalized where it was actually like, whoa,
Yes.
they predicted that.
I think that it's hard to understand because you're like, how would somebody know the future? What I take away from when I've been to psychic mediums is that they are talking to like my grandma who passed away, who is still somewhere around here. She's flown around.
She's floating
Betty's
for
in the
sure.
room.
Betty's in the room.
And she knows what's good for me and what's not good for me. And it's kind of like an angel guide to my life. So
Yeah.
it's like,
That's beautiful.
I fuck with this person. I don't fuck with that person. You got to stop doing that. And like, for example, I'm pretty sure I've told this story. Like,
I think we did too, because we all kind of
about
the
the
same thing we
sauce
talked about
and-
Cunty
yeah,
Nana.
yeah,
kinda the
exactly.
same.
Maybe our intuition is just like those people, like giving us those feelings.
Yeah, the
and that's your
nudges.
gut feeling.
ooh.
My,
I mean, I think it's all connected.
I told this definitely on the story when we were talking about Cunty Nanas, but how my mom called me the one time. She also had gone to a psychic medium, and she called me and was like, "Yo, Grammy, your grandmother who's passed away is checking in on you. She says you're being reckless. You gotta get your shit together." And I was like, interesting. And I was certainly being reckless
Yeah.
at that time. So it's interesting. That kind of ties into what do you guys think about? You said it right before we started this episode. Deja vu. What do you think about that?
Deja vu is the weirdest fucking
So
It's
weird.
such
and
a
it
weird
happens
feeling.
to me all the time.
Same. Constantly.
It happened to me so insane the other night. I was like at this party, like we went to like an after party, and I was sitting there and I said what the guy was going to say next. I was like, I've literally been here before, and he's going to do this, and that's going to happen, and it all happened. It was so fun. It
That's so
freaked me
weird.
the
Really
fuck
weird.
out.
I think it's just a glitch in the simulation when that happens.
100%
Our
it is.
bodies just like are ahead of the time. Yeah,
my shit.
I'm hitting on
Simulation?
all this.
Truman Show.
Hitting on
Yeah.
all of it.
It's just funny, we're all the
Sometimes I feel like your body's ahead of the simulation.
Yeah.
and then it just and then you like beep beep beep. You catch up to it,
It's like
and
a
then you
little
fall back
glitch.
into place.
Yeah, it's
And the
fucking weird.
glitch is deja vu. And also, do you ever we said this on the dreams, how 47% of the time you're fucking daydreaming. Do we think that maybe that's a little bit of like you're like buffering almost, like I'm daydreaming, but actually I just need the present to catch up with me, otherwise I'm predicting the future.
No,
Accidentally.
I think daydreaming just your head starts wandering,
You think?
and it's just a thing. Yeah, I don't think that ties together.
What do you think about
I
you
feel
guys?
like I always
have you
daydream
guys-
about the future, though.
True.
I have daydreamed things that will just happen later that day where I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what if this happened? And I'm daydreaming about it, and then it just happens.
What about I guess you have both seen the Truman Show, right?
Yes.
Do you think that we're living in the Truman Show? Sometimes I do. Kevin Clancy's always he's the
I
king
like
of
to
saying
believe
that, but
that we are.
I think that that's interesting. Also, too, though, shows like Black Mirror, which are one of my favorite shows of all time, but shows that are like about the close future, where it's like almost a little too realistic. I feel like all the episodes of Black Mirror, especially from a technology standpoint, it's all like it seems so real and so
Attainable.
attainable. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that could happen within the next like 5 to 10 years. Like, that's very realistic almost, in a way that does scare me. Like, and those shows I feel are kind of scary. Like, they're kind of like, they seem to me like they're shows of warning, you know, like there's always some kind of big message, like don't let technology ruin your life and blah, blah, blah. What do you guys think about shows like that? Do you think they're
Well,
kind of predicting the future?
The future of technology scares the shit out of me, and we've
Yeah.
touched on this before too, but feeling like in 10 years from now that nobody's going to actually speak to each other in person.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Except-
already almost like that.
Right, like I hate when I'm hanging out with people and they don't get off their phone. Like when
Same.
you're
I have
at
a friend that FaceTimes
Ugh.
other
I
friends
hate that.
while I'm with them. I'm like, you're just hanging out with them on the phone.
when you're
So
when
annoying.
you're in like a group of people, and then all of a sudden that person's like, I'm just gonna start FaceTiming my other friends because I don't like you guys. It's like
an insult.
Go
It's
hang
like
out
a
with them.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for what?
It's like, okay, I believe that.
I understand maybe you're all having a big story. Like, say there's like say it's the three of us sitting in my house,
Yeah.
and we're talking about a story. Devin's not with us, but we're like, we gotta
Gotta
FaceTime
FaceTime,
Devin
yes.
and talk
Yeah,
about this story.
yeah.
That is
That's different.
That's
If you-
way different.
If you're with your friend and you are
Yeah.
under the understanding that person's gonna FaceTime somebody,
Yeah.
fine. But it's like when they're randomly just pull up like,
Right.
hey, what up? And you're like, wait, are you FaceTiming somebody?
Yes.
Like,
what's
If you have
going
to ask, wait, are you on FaceTime right now? Then it's inappropriate.
Yeah,
like,
then
that's,
it's-
you probably should have been on it. Unless you
feels
pull
like
up your phone
disrespectful.
and you're like,
Yes.
holy shit, you guys were all at this restaurant and so-and-so is FaceTime me. Should I answer? And everyone's like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that's
It genuinely makes me mad when people can't all hang out in a group without people just sitting on their phones. And I'm like,
Drives me nuts.
when I'm out on the weekends, I don't want to be on my phone 24/7. And I'm afraid that the future is just going to be people like, they're just going to be sitting like this.
Well, like, pick.
Yep.
Like,
And
the
you're going to be
little
talking
kids-
like that.
Little
Right.
kids are already like that. Just imagine them in 10 years. Like,
Oh,
they're not going to be
completely.
able to
No.
fucking socialize.
nice-
Nobody
nightmare.
talks to anybody. I realized this the other day. I was kind of looking online, or maybe I was watching some kind of like documentary or something, but I thought that I am on my phone a lot. Like I actively try to not be on my phone so much. I try not to text as much as I used to. Like I feel like all I was doing was sitting on my phone, and I am on it a lot. My screen time is like on average like 6 hours or something
Yeah.
like that. Apparently that's not that much. Like I thought that was a lot. There are people out there whose average screen time is like 12 hours a day. Like
Yeah, that's
double.
crazy.
And they're all like, oh, whatever. And that's like the overwhelming majority of people are like that. And I guess I think about like, we are kind of on our shit all the time. We have to be for work. But then once we're outside of it, we're like, oh, we need a break because we're just like stuck on it all day. People are using their phones as an escape from their actual lives. So they're on it way more. Like they're trying to escape from their shit. Like this is
We're
our
doing
lives.
the
So we're
opposite.
doing the
Yeah,
exact opposite.
complete opposite.
So to be honest, we're like not doing so bad. But some people are fucking crazy about it.
Sometimes I feel like I'm better about not being on my phone than people,
Yeah.
than other people, because I'm aware of how much I am on my phone.
And you like
Yeah.
need
so
that
I
break.
need to not be on my phone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because we're on it all day fucking long. We have to be.
all day.
Exactly. Why do you think? Why do you guys think people are obsessed with the future? Because I feel like there's a lot of people who are very obsessed with the future.
People
They're
are obsessed with the
unhappy
unknown.
with-
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that like dream about the future and are obsessed with it are just like unhappy with what they're doing right now. And they're like, I need to get to a point where I'm fucking happy.
Exactly.
It's completely true. I had a little thing, this like Psychology Today, whatever, that talks about. I don't know. It honestly, it's like back in the 60s, people were talking about the future. People, that's like when future started, like the future, and then people they started making like futuristic type shows, and like our parents always, or at least my parents, are always telling stories about like, they told us in the year 2000 they're big flying cars and whatever. And it's like I feel like nobody was talking about really futuristic shit until that time. Maybe I guess people were just getting smarter and going to other places and stuff.
Technology was becoming more of
Technology,
a
yeah.
thing. So now the future is becoming more of a question.
I wonder when flying cars will actually be a thing. That's
I
always the
know.
number one future thing.
I feel like
flying
hover
cars.
shit is just as close. Like I
Yeah.
feel like
Why do we even want flying cars though?
because it's just faster to get places. Why do we
Is
go
it?
in
But
helicopters?
then
You
won't
know,
there be traffic in the sky?
probably, but it won't
Yeah.
be so bad. People can swerve around. I bet there'll be more accidents in the
I
sky.
was just going to say, it seems a little bit more dangerous.
Because there can't be roads because
yeah.
And
Where
aren't
we're
we-
going, we don't need roads.
We're all going to have to go back to driver's ed, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sticking on the I'm
I'm sticking on the
Oh,
ground.
they'll be self-driving. They'll be
Boots on the
self-driving.
ground.
You don't think they'll be
No, but
self-driving?
yeah, but they're going to be self-driving, but you're still going to have to go to driver's ed or some shit.
Yeah,
They're going to
that's
make you.
true, that's true.
It's
You're
like
right
being a
about that.
pilot. You can't just fucking fly
So
the plane.
true.
True,
You
you
can't
gotta
Even
just
if
get
it
in
goes on
there.
autopilot, you got to learn.
Can't just get in there.
No,
What do you guys think about life after death?
we've talked about this.
I know we've talked
before.
about it before, but if we're thinking about the future, we even said it. I don't even know if we were on camera or not, on the mic or not. You die and we end up in Legends of the Hidden Temple or something like that.
Yeah, I said that on
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
episode.
Do we think that that we're all just going to be reincarnated? Like the future, like nothing truly matters because this is a situation where when we die, we just fall back in and we start again somewhere else. So like,
I
what
believe
really
that.
is the future? Like, is there even a future? It's all predetermined, and we're just living through. We're just like serving a sentence on
Fucking
Earth.
cycle.
Yeah.
Or a washing
Kind of
machine.
sad
We're
when you
just-
think about
That's
it. Like
to me that
I
sounds
guess.
sad. There's a lot of shit like that on the internet. If you
Yeah.
type in the future, I typed in like the future, and everything is talking about.
I don't
that.
even want to talk about it. It makes me very uncomfortable and upset to talk about the fact that I won't be on this earth at one point.
I'm with you on that.
I'm like, people are going
I
to live
know.
without me.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to know, and it's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
Right.
Unless something happens while we're alive that keeps us alive.
right.
I mean,
You never know what the future holds.
you
Something
know, I
crazy.
think there has to be a time where they're gonna be able to make something where we can live 500 years, or like there's gonna have to be science.
Would you
where-
want to?
Or you could just live again. Like you get one retry after your death. You just get one re-up.
Yeah, that's
Depending on the age.
Yeah, I was just
I
gonna
feel like they
say.
could make something where you like are fucking living forever with all the chemicals and shit and all the
Yeah.
scientists.
But that almost seems miserable.
That I don't
No, I
wanna
wouldn't
do, yeah.
want
Yeah.
it.
I don't want to live forever in this current body. I think if I were to give, say, like you said, you die, you're given a card, hey, one more chance. Would you want to start your life from zero, or would you want to go back to a certain time in your life and continue on from there? I don't think I'd want to start from zero.
I don't want to start from zero.
I don't. Yeah, I definitely
No
don't. I think I want to
fucking
go back to
way.
like 25.
Oh, I'm perfectly
kid
content
again.
at this age.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't like miss being a kid?
No.
No.
I would want to go back to being like 5.
No way.
No.
That's like my biggest thing I want to do. Be 5 again.
Why?
It's so fun.
But you're so free at this age. You could still act 5.
No, you can't. Like like being a legit 5-year-old.
With like
Yeah,
no
but
responsibilities and
being
people
a
take care
5-year-old,
of
what do
you.
you
and-
even do at 5 years old? Nothing.
You do a lot. I don't know.
I could see maybe wanting to be 12.
No, that's a bad age. Middle school.
Yeah, 12 sucks.
Right, but like at that point, 5, you're useless. You're
Five,
literally
five
a
I
useless
also think
body.
sucks. But I'll say this about 5. There are so many, and I think this is what I was kind of saying before about impatience about the future. When I was young like that, I was always so impatient to grow up because I felt like there were so many restrictions. There's so many like you can't do this until you're older. You
Can
can't
we
do
pause
this until
1 second?
Yeah.
My mom just called me 5 times.
Oh Jesus.
If this isn't important, I'm going to freak out.
She FaceTimed you?
She FaceTimed me once and called me 4.
Jeez.
All within this like 10 minutes?
All within 3 minutes. And now, of course, she doesn't.
And now she's not answering. Yeah, what's...
Mom? I mean, I'm recording right now. You call me 5 times. You can't call me 5 times and not make me think something's wrong.
Oh, we're sorry. What's wrong? We're very sorry.
You know what? Keep this in. Did
It's
you
4
get
in the
all that?
afternoon.
Did you
Yeah.
get all that? Keep this in.
What are you
then.
doing, Ro? It's 4
fucking
p.m.
4:30.
We can't get rid of the hiccups. Ah!
Where are they?
I don't, where'd you guys go?
What's up, Marlies?
Okay, I
Oh
love
my
you to
God.
death, but Mom, you called me 5 times.
Look at this. Look at these. Look how pretty.
Okay, Mom. You called me 5 times. I'm recording right now. You made me think there was a death in the family. You're just drunk. Have a beautiful time. I love you, but I gotta go. Okay, bye.
Holy
Oh my
shit,
God.
that's funny.
It's 4:30 on a
Who
Wednesday.
is she with you, right?
My aunt.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
Oh my God. Incredible.
Oh my God.
Shout out to them. Well,
All right.
so there it is. Was that maybe a glimpse into your future? I wouldn't hate that if that were my future.
I was just
If
gonna
I'm
say,
getting drunk,
I couldn't give my future thing earlier. That would be my future.
Yeah,
I
a
guess
4:30
that's
on
it.
a Wednesday afternoon, drunk with my she's with her sister. I can be
Yeah.
with my friend, with my brother, whoever.
Yeah.
Sounds fun as shit.
It's not bad.
Not so bad. I have one more thing for you guys, and then we can do voicemails. I have a question for you guys in the future about like things like food and showering and like taking care of yourself. Do we think I've been thinking this for a while. We talked about it on Friday Night Pints once, the showering thing. Like, do you think that there's ever going to be a point where we realize that taking a shower, the way that we take a shower is absurd and like not how we need to do it, and like there's a better way to do it? Like it should be like a UV zap or something. It's like a colossal waste of water. Like everything, it's like ridiculous. We're using soap, we're putting it on our bodies. Like it's so bad for our skin. Like shampoo's terrible for you. Like all these things are like kind of bad for you, and everybody's using organic shit. Like, do you think at a certain point they're gonna tell us like, oh, we've been showering? Like people used to. 4 people would take a bath in the same water, and it was fucking gross, but that's how they lived. Like, are we living like savages and we don't even realize it? Maybe in 10 years, something they're going to be like, the way you guys used to shower is fucking gross and completely destroyed all the water on earth. Like, do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, they do that with everything. They'll tell you, oh, the way you've been doing this for the past 20 years actually needs to be like this.
That's what I'm saying.
And we're just going to write it off. We're going to
have
have
a
to be like,
feeling-
it's completely fine.
Hygiene
always ends
stuff,
up wrong.
like brushing our teeth, like all that shit. I think something will happen with that. Also, food. I feel like the consumption of food. Obviously, food is delicious. We all love eating like a good meal, but like astronauts eat shit out of a tube, and that shit, you know, it keeps you nutritional, whatever. It keeps them alive in space. Do you think there's ever going to be a point where they're like, hey, we have depleted this entire world worth of resources? Like there are no more cows. We can't have burgers anymore. Like we can't make cheese anymore. Like we're gonna have to have all this artificial shit.
I'm sure like 300 years from now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Something
like Wally.
crazy
Isn't Wally
shit.
like that? I didn't
Yeah.
actually watch all of Wally, but like the fat people on it, they're like on the conveyor belts. They're just like roly polies. Would you want to be in that kind of world, living in a chair forever as a fat roly poly?
Absolutely not.
Me
That's
neither.
my biggest fucking nightmare.
Gypsy
neither.
Rose.
No. Don't get me started on Gypsy Rose again.
No.
Poor Gypsy Rose. All right. Do you ladies want to get into some voicemails?
Yes, I
Let's
do.
it.
All right, girls, before we get into the voicemails, I need to talk to you about a little something. I'm always needing to talk to you about something, but right now, today, we're talking about Manscaped. Manscaped is important for us all to hear about because I don't know if you guys know, a lot of people are going back to school right now. It's time to go back. We're going back. We're getting back into the swing of things. We're hooking up with guys. We're figuring shit out. We're trying to make sure everybody below the waist is looking great, and Manscaped is here to do that. They're having a big back to school special right now. I'm not kidding about this. Like, we're talking about college right now. I'm talking about college, men, whatever. They need to get their shit together. And all the ladies that are listening specifically, get your mans. Get your mans a little Manscaped. Get them to
We
pull
need to
together.
take care of it down there. So
We
do
take
they.
care of
So
our
do
shit
they.
all day long. Get them to take care of their
You
shit
want
too.
hairy balls?
No,
No,
nobody
clean
wants
it
hairy balls.
up.
Imagine, I'll say something real graphic. Blowjobs, a little bit of puberty, fucking worst. The worst.
Yeah.
The
The worst.
Manscaped, do not let this
Clean
happen to you.
yourself
Do
up.
not let this happen to your girl. Do not let your boyfriend have this like happen to you. Whatever.
No.
Go to, you can get 20% off and free shipping using the code because at manscaped.com. Just go ahead. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Pass along the word. Do it for yourself.
yourself a
Gift it.
favor.
Whatever.
Fucking
Come
do it.
through. Get a new boyfriend. Present them with a new Manscaped situation. Just do it. 20% off manscaped.com using code because.
Shave those balls.
All right, girls, let's get into some voicemails. Noah, please start us out with future already happened.
What's up, guys? My name is Morgan, and I have a pretty interesting take on the future. So it's proven time's not linear, right? So in my mind, that means the future's already happened. So I say stay present, stay intuitive, and just live your fucking life and be happy. And there's no need for anxiety because the future's probably already happened. So yeah, just, smoke some blunts and be happy. And I think that's how everybody should view the future.
She smoked a blunt.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
She's high.
smoke some more. That's all. Goodbye.
Love her for that. I just thought that was a good little message. We kind of
Yeah,
talked
and we
about
touched
that.
on
but
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful.
Great message. Shit's already happening. The linear time thing though, I don't know what that's about, but I do know that's a thing people talk about. Like time's not linear or whatever.
Right.
You guys can Google that on your own. Okay, let's go to quit your job.
Hello, ladies. It's so good to call in and talk to you guys. This is kind of funny and weird, but anyways, I saw y'all's post today about your next podcast being about future, and so I figured I'd call and share that I quit my job last week with no job lined up. I have been an absolute wreck since, but we vibing and treating that weird feeling with lots of wine and lots of weed. But yeah, I quit my job. I don't have anything lined up. I'm applying right now and kind of figuring it out, but fuck, man, being an adult sucks because you have to figure out your future. And sometimes it can be so exciting and cool, and I'm like super pumped about new opportunities. And then other times I'm like, wow, you're such a piece of shit. Why would you quit a job without having something lined up, and you've ruined your future? So yeah, I guess we all have been through that, but maybe I'll have cool stories to share with everyone else dealing with something similar. Love you guys. Bye.
I picked this one specifically to comment on how like people need to be really fucking brave to do this. Like I could never do this. I'm not brave enough for that. I think that it's admirable she quit her job. She obviously hated her job. She didn't want to be in her job. Why would she waste her time doing something that she's miserable doing instead of just like kind of figuring it out? And if you don't have a job, you have a kick. It sucks not having a job, but you get kind of a kick in the ass to like get your life together. And like, I got to do something. And that kind of like awakens something in you that's like, I gotta figure my fucking shit out. Like, what do I even like? What is my life even about? Like, and then I feel like this girl, she's a little down on herself right now, but she shouldn't be. She did something brave.
Yeah.
You did something. You should feel good about yourself for being brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly.
New beginnings.
Would you guys ever do that? Maybe if it was not Barstool, like if you had a different job and you were miserable in it, if you had nothing lined up and you just were like, I don't know what I want to do with myself, would you just quit?
No.
I don't think I could
think
either.
It's pretty similar of like dropping out of school, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
But
Just
you
like,
had something
fuck it.
lined up.
Oh yeah, lined up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think I would if I was miserable.
Yeah, a little bit of that. I always obviously worry about like the money part of it. The money
Yeah,
thing
that's
is like,
the
what
realistic
can you do?
point. You really can't all the time.
Yeah, it's hard to do that, but I don't know. I
Props
commend this
to
girl.
you.
Props to
Yeah.
this girl, and good luck. Good luck
Yes.
to you.
Good luck to
fucking
you.
luck.
We're
Good
rooting
fucking
for you.
luck.
We're rooting for you. You're going to be great. Don't worry about it. All right, last one is fortune teller. This one is my favorite. I saved it for last.
Hey, ladies. I love the podcast. I was just calling in for the topic of future. And I wanted to talk to you guys about how I will never go to a fortune teller. And that is because we're the town where I grew up, on the South Shore in Massachusetts. There was a kid who died in a car crash. It was very sad. And it was a great family that happened to, but he apparently went to a fortune teller with his girlfriend a few months before the crash actually happened. And, the fortune teller, like, refused to read him. And probably because she knew that he was going to die in a few months. Mm-hmm. So I refuse to ever go to a fortune teller because I know if they refuse to read me, I know I'm going to die.
Oh my God.
And it really freaks me out. And yeah. So I just wanted to tell you guys that. Love you girls. Bye.
What do you think about that?
That's fucking wild.
It's scary, huh? I thought that was scary shit. Did you hear the end of that?
Yes, I did. And I have a little bit of like chills in my
Yeah.
body.
That's horrifying.
I never even thought about that because I absolutely fuck with fortune
Yeah,
tellers.
but I
love
don't-
us mediums, love all that bullshit. Hearing that does make me hesitate
And
before thinking about going back.
I have thought about that before, though.
Oh, yeah? Really?
About like being a little bit of afraid of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Of what they say?
Yeah, because don't you feel like it's almost better not to know something?
Oh yeah, about like dying.
Yes.
Yes, that I feel totally.
Yeah.
Yes, I do
You
not
live
want to
in
know. There was a
fear.
question. We were doing some kind of like Viva or like a TikTok something for the office, and people were asking like, would you want to know how you died or when you died? And I said like neither really, but how I died probably over when, because then I could at least like avoid that situation
Yes.
potentially. Versus when, I would just dread it. I would just sit there all day long and be like, and count down the hours.
And I'd be like, oh, I know this is coming. That
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
that yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just live in fear, running around trying to finish
Right.
your life.
Right, that's horrible. Oof. Damn.
that.
But yeah, that's crazy. That shit's nuts. I think that I think that sometimes people think fortune tellers are
I don't
full
really
of
like
shit.
ending on that.
I know. I think some people think that fortune tellers are full of shit sometimes, but sometimes they're not, you know.
No, sometimes they're
Shit's
not.
for real.
Some of them are for real.
I don't even know.
Unfortunately.
Do we want to because that was kind of dark. Do we want to end quickly on what do we think clothes are going to look like in the future?
I'm going to be naked.
Are we gonna
Let's just end
do you
on
think
that.
well, yeah, you're going to be naked?
Let's just all walk around naked.
Well, I'll
That
walk
would
around
be
naked.
so much better. It's just like everyone's fucking.
And then
naked.
we
would be
all
cool.
accept everyone's bodies.
Yeah,
Because it would just be normal.
We finally have abstained from or
Yes.
have ridden ourselves of that original sin. We're not worried about being naked, whatever. I actually wrote down that I would like it to be like the Hunger Games where we dress ridiculous.
Yeah.
I really want that with like a lot of crazy makeup and stuff.
Oh, that would be sick. I would
You know,
love
That'll be
that.
fun.
And like
Yeah.
nuts hair. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but that's about it. All right, so that wraps up the voicemails. Thank you guys for calling in. If you want to call in for next time, it is 551-258-3436.
We're having a